Hello, interwebkaiju here. Sorry about being in the most boring spot in the house, but here are my top 10 favorite kaiju movies. Up first is Space Amoeba. He is and always has been the channel icon because I really like him. This is one that I don't think gets enough love. It's not that deep, but it's a fun time. It has 3 monsters in it, and I like the way they look. They look a bit cheesy, but I enjoy it for this movie at least. Some movies that are too cheesy doesn't work, but it definitely works with Space Amoeba. Number 9, we have Mothra, which I for some reason don't have it on a standalone release. I did look all around for that super sweet steelbook before I did my Mothra review, but I couldn't find it. Anyways, I just reviewed Mothra for the channel, so I don't want to get too in depth on it, but just a classic story, and it's done very well. Number 8, we have Dobra. He is a mutated space thing, and he comes and he eats carbon. So at first he's sucking up a bunch of coal, and eventually he's eating humans, and it's visually very, very unique. I do like the characters. A lot of the times in kaiju movies, the characters are just kind of bland, but I do enjoy them in Dobra. If you haven't seen Dobra, try this release. It can be kind of pricey. Same thing, I don't think Space Amoeba is too bad, but Dobra gets up there in price. But if you can find it to watch, like, I don't know if it's on a streaming thing or not, definitely check out Dobra. Next is the Mysterians. I'm not sure if this is expensive or not, but this is a great sci-fi movie. I don't even know if it should count as a kaiju movie because there's no giant monsters. There is a giant robot. We have Mothra here. My favorite out of the 2 Mothras. The one Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla is nowhere near as cool in my opinion. The Mysterians themselves are very visually appealing. It's got a nice look to it. It's very colorful. Look at that. It's a very, very good sci-fi movie. We're getting to our first Godzilla movie. It is Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. It's only this low because it's got a lot of tie-in with the rest of the series. I don't know how enjoyable it would be as a standalone movie if you hadn't seen the rest of the series, but I love it. It ties in with the Oxygen Destroyer in the first movie. Burning Godzilla, honestly, I think looks so cool. His beam too, they did great on his beam effects. Destoroyah, for a while in the movie, it's just like these crab monsters, which makes the movie feel very different than a lot of Godzilla movies. You have like the military on foot, like going in, having gunfights with these monsters. Miki from the rest of the Heisei movies in it. Bring in the Super X3, and he's piloted by someone in one of the other movies, but Destroyer looks great. Burning Godzilla looks great. The fight has some good visuals. It's a lot of effects and just blood splurting out, but I think it looks cool. Plus, Godzilla's meltdown is just so good. The music, the visuals. Sometimes I cry during this because I am a little bitch, but it's just such a beautiful scene. Godzilla vs. Destoroyah, by far my favorite Godzilla movie from the Heisei era. This is another movie I don't have a standalone for some reason because I'm trying to get the freaking Arrow release still because I want to be able to switch between subs and dubs. It's Gamera the Invincible, the first Gamera movie, the black and white one. I absolutely love this movie. Gamera himself's cool. He's got the flamethrower mouth, the black and white. Looks very cool for him. I'm Kind of wish there was more black and white Gameras, but honestly, the next movie, Gamera vs. Baragon, would not have been as good if not in color, because he shoots the rainbow. Black and white rainbows are dumb. I mean, if you have the choice anyways. Also, the ending, I absolutely love the ending. This is one of my favorite kaiju endings. Spoiler alert, they trap Gamera in the head of a rocket and shoot him into outer space. So great. Also, I didn't even mention that he, if you haven't seen Gamera, he's a giant turtle. He has tusks, flamethrower in a mouth, but he also flies. He like propels himself with fire through his leg holes out of his shell. It's wonderful. You can do just the back and do like a Superman fly, or he can do all four and he's spinning around, and I love it so much. Ooh, we're up to the top 4, and number 4 is Mothra vs. Godzilla, also known as Godzilla vs. the Thing. I love this. This is another one that's good as a standalone. They kind of redo Mothra's story in this, so you don't need to see Mothra. Godzilla's just a bad guy, so he's a mean monster that comes out of the ground. That's really all you need to know about him. I love the way he looks in this. This is my favorite Godzilla look with the big eyebrows. Probably my favorite Godzilla entrance too. Like, the idea is wacky, but it's great in the movie. It's like this dirt site and his tail pops out, and they got like the radiation meters and they're going crazy, and there's steam coming out of machinery. Anyways, his tail pops out and then he just lumbers out, shakes it off, and he looks very angry and wonderful. Godzilla vs. the Thing. It's a timeless classic. The Godzilla Mothra larvae are also very cool in it. Okay, this is another one. Don't have a standalone because we want that Arrow release. Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. This is the first of the Gamera Heiseis, and it is a great all-around package. I know most people prefer Iris and Legion, but this is where it's at for me. Like, I love the story. Like, they did great modernizing Gamera. Like, because Gallus in the Showa series looks very, very silly, and they made him look great. The scenes in this are great. I love the medallion, and she can take some of Gamera's pain. They have like a power connection. Very good. Also, Gamera like shoots fireballs now, and they look great. Number 2, we have Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 74. Not big on the Godzilla design. It's not one of my least favorites, but I'm not big on it. The Mechagodzilla design, one of my favorites. I don't know if it's the angles or what, but I think he is beautiful. This, I think it's gone down in price. This disc I was lucky to get for like $3 and FYE when a lot of them are going out of business. But this would go for like $100 or more for a while. I think it dropped in price when the Criterion dropped the Blu-ray version. Also, King Caesar's in it. I'm indifferent about him. I love the prophecy crap in this movie. I am a sucker for prophecies. Also, at one point, when Mechagodzilla first comes out, he's dressed as Godzilla. So you get a Godzilla versus Godzilla fight, and I always thought that was cool. For some reason, Godzilla gets like magnetic powers, which has some cool scenes where he's pulling like a Godzilla, but also he gets like towers on him, and it looks cool. Also, the bad guys are ape men from a black hole somewhere. When they look like humans, they get shot, like black crap oozes out of their necks. Not oozes, it like sprays out. The blood for the monsters also sprays out. The blood's wonderful in this. But then they turn into monkeys, and I really like that. Number 1, I don't know why you wouldn't see this coming, but it is the original and the King of the Monsters 56 version with Raymond Burr. The first kaiju movie I ever saw, and the first thing I'm pretty sure I saw as a kid that like blew my mind. Kids have crazy imaginations, but this is the first thing that was like, whoa, my brain didn't think this up. This is super cool. I think a lot of people have that with Star Wars, and that's why they have such a connection to Star Wars growing up. But mine was Godzilla. I have a lot of nostalgia for the Raymond Burr version. I prefer it to the original, which is blasphemous, I'm sure, but whatever. I think it flows faster. I like the character of Steve Martin. So the Oxygen Destroyer is iconic. I love that thing. This has my favorite Godzilla scene where he like bites the tower. There's people on the tower doing radio, and then he bites the tower, and then it bends, and then you see their fear, and then it breaks off, and then it goes to like, I guess, a POV shot of one of the people. It's just spiraling into like this building, and then it goes to a shot where you see the building blowing up, and I just freaking love that scene. I love this movie. I love this franchise. I love this genre. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, just tell me your 10 favorite kaiju movies in the comment. I really would like to know. Thanks for watching.